Welcome to a very special edition of Go on Shaw TV. I'm Doug Roxburgh, and as you know, the wildfires affected our station. They affected many people's homes and lives, and it's unfortunate. And I figured I'd introduce this show with Mary from Fort McMurray. And Mary, it's hard. It is extremely hard, but I saw you picked up a decal that we're going to be speaking with the decal people later on, but what does it mean just to be Fort McMurray Strong?
It's honestly, I feel like we're more Alberta strong right now, because without the whole community, all of Alberta, we're just a city who burnt up. And without the resources that Edmonton has offered and the communities have offered, we would seriously have nothing. I don't have family anywhere close. My kids don't have anybody close. We're depending on strangers right now for their kindness. And we appreciate everything, and we will go back and we will rebuild. And Fort Mac is always going to be our home, always.
And Mary, I know it's unfortunate and it breaks my heart, but you lost your home in the fire that hit Abasand, isn't that right?
Yes, it was my son's home. Him and his girlfriend bought it 2.5 years ago. My daughter and her boyfriend lived there. My other son and I lived there.
Well, Mary, listen, from the bottom of my heart to yours, okay, we're going to make sure that Fort McMurray remains strong and we look out for each other. Also looking out for each other are two firefighters, which we will meet later on in the show as they were on the front line. And we're going to be speaking about the decals that you picked up, because together we are Fort McMurray Strong, and Craig Momney shows us exactly why that is. Welcome back to Go on Shaw TV. I'm Doug Roxburgh, and I'm joined with Dany Stemaan from ID Innovative Design in Fort McMurray. Yes. And you just saw on your screen something that represents our community of Fort McMurray, Fort McMurray Strong. Dany, how did you come up with this decal idea?
Well, as we were leaving Fort McMurray, we got evacuated, and we were staying in Edmonton in a hotel trying to figure out how we can donate back to the community. And we decided to start making decals and donate them to the Red Cross. And we can't wait to get back on our feet in Fort McMurray.
Dany, this is very important for Fort McMurray. You're from the community. You've been there for about 4 years now. Mm-hmm. Everyone goes to Fort McMurray for a different reason. Is this important to remain strong?
Yes, that's one of the biggest things that Fort McMurray is really known for, is to being strong. We're unstoppable, and now I think we're going to be more stronger as a community and come together as one, and our city is going to be rebuilt better than ever. I have full confidence in that. How
many people have come up for you for the decal?
Probably almost close to 1,000 and a bit more, yeah.
Have a lot of people been from Fort McMurray or from other parts of Alberta?
I would say most of them, 85%, 90% from Fort McMurray, supporting their own community, which is a blessing.
Don't you think that's almost a little contradictory? Here we are receiving funds from the Red Cross and from the government, but we're also supporting our own. What does that say about the community?
It says a lot. Like, everyone knows Fort McMurray also helps other communities a lot. Fort McMurray is known to give a lot and receive a lot.
It's amazing what the community does in and out of the city of Fort McMurray. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Go Dany. Of course, you can get the decals at the Kingsway Mall right here in Edmonton. But let's head over to Jordan Hertner as she meets a family fighting the fire on the front line. Welcome back to Go on Shaw TV. The support is outpouring, and it actually blows me away. The people from Edmonton, Calgary, Red Deer, and of course our own Fort McMurray. Actually, just behind me, we have two lovely ladies who are just purchasing their own decals to support Fort McMurray, and of course, they are now Fort McMurray Strong. Actually, I'm just going to ambush them as they do their thing, but I am with
Shelby
and Tiffany. Why did you get decals to support Fort McMurray?
Any amount of money. I just wanted to donate. Just seeing everybody come together, just at the old Target, I guess. It's filled with people, and people are just so kind, and they're so grateful for anything. So anything to help. I love to, buy whatever I can.
Personally, I'm blown away from the generosity of not only Edmonton but Alberta as a whole. And you've done other things as well. What else have you guys done?
Well, we've just been volunteering around. We at work we have a drop-off center for people to drop off donations and stuff as well. We've had people sleep on our lounge floor. like whatever we can do to help.
And you spoke of donations. Well, donations are important. Actually, one company in Edmonton is receiving clothing donations because fire and smoke has damaged a lot of items in Fort McMurray. That wraps up another edition of Go on Shaw TV. If you need evacuee information, just look at the ticker at the bottom of our screen. We're trying to keep it as updated as humanly possible. Also, you can visit emergency.alberta.ca for all wildfire and evacuee information. I'm Doug Roxburgh, and together we will stay Fort McMurray strong.